Hi everyone, welcome for this tutorial. I'm going to do a folio today. I'm going to show you how to make the base album for the folio, and then we're going to move ahead and do a decorating for it. I'm going to show you a couple of samples. Yeah, this is one that I've done like that. So you have um, openings to the right, to the left, and some waterfalls and all sorts of fun stuff here. And this is the album that we're going to be doing now. See? I haven't decorated yet, but this is for Cosmos collection. So I chose to do it in shades of blue and brown, and I think it looks really good together. But again, you can just choose to do one color if you like. You don't have to do two colors. But I'm recording the option of two colors just so that uh, you have that option. Okay, so what do we need? We need, if you're doing two colors, I have here I have navy blue and brown, but you can do either 12 by 12 sheets or the 11.5 by 8. And I have a 80-pound cardstock. And it's a good quality cardstock, and it is solid core, which means the core of the cardstock is colored and it's not white. That's one thing that you should look for, um, especially when making cover, because we're gonna have folds in it, and if it's not good quality cardstock, once it starts folding, you'll see the white core, and it just does not look pretty. So approximately 10 sheets of solid color, maybe less. So I have 3 blue right now and 7 brown, and I may change it later. I don't know, but that's what I think I need. Also, a small piece of this is matte board. You can use light or medium not cardstock, sorry, chipboard. This is about 1/16 of an inch, or I think 32 of an inch. I'm not even sure how wide it is, but it is not wide at all. Let's see. Yeah, this is the 1/16 of an inch. And it is bendable. It's not the heavy cardstock. But since we're doing a small folio, this should suffice. Okay, so other than that, the other tools that you're gonna need, double-side tape, some bone fold tool. This is just a piece of glue spreader or anything of plastic, just so that it'll be easy for you to hold in your hand and cut the paper. Pick tool to pick the back side of your tape so that you don't use your nails. I also have regular glue, liquid glue, HVA. This is the art glitter glue, black permanent marker, either that or ink. You can use either one for inking your edges, the edges of the cardstock. This is actually you're not gonna need it until you do the album decorating, but I had it out. So I have a few strips of bookbinding tape. This is just binding fabric with adhesive backing, and I have 4 strips of 6.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch to add extra strength. Flat magnets. These are disc earth magnets. And let me see what else you need. You need your paper trimmer, your ruler, and a piece of ribbon. So my ribbon is, I would say, about 26 inches, 28 inches long, something like that. Okay. And as we continue, you're gonna need to decorate it about 1 pack of 8x8 or 2 packs of 8x8, depends on your design you want to do, or 1 pack of 12x12, and it's not gonna need more than that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the first thing that I want to do is cut my pieces, and then we're gonna put the folio together. So I want to cut 3 pieces of 6.5 by 4.5. So this is already cut to 6.5 because I cut this from a larger sheet. So I already trimmed my first piece at 6.5. And let's go ahead and do 4.5. 1, 2, and 3. So you'll notice that I am using my Creative Memories trimmer. And I like to use this for this particular project because it has the blade can go through the mat board rather easily. And then I will switch it over to the scoring blade, and it makes things a little faster. Okay, so this is, I cut 3 pieces, 4.5 by 6.5. And I see they're not too even. It's probably because my other piece wasn't very straight. So I'm going to switch this one here. Okay, and I want to cut 1 piece at 1.25 by 6.5 and 3/4 by 6.5. Okay. One, 2, and 3. All right. Just wanted to make a few adjustments here just so that everything is the same. Big. Okay, that's good. So these are my 3 base pages. And now I'm going to take 2 of my blue ones. Again, I don't know if I'm going to need 3, but I took 3. I may just be able to use 2. I'm not sure. Okay. So I'm going to wrap 6.5 inches. I want to add at least 3/4 of an inch. So let's do 8. Let's do it by 8. This way I'll leave 4 here. Okay, 8. I'll take these and put it aside. So here I have 4 inches by 12. 2 strips of those left in the side. And here I have 2 pieces of 12 by 8. Then I'm going to go ahead and put these together. And then I'm going to put it aside. my pick tool. You see, I said let's take a pick tool so I don't use my nails, and then I'm using my nails. All right. Okay, so now I have one long strip. Put it aside. Take those three boards, and we're going to put them one next to each other. And I don't know why my video is stalling. Okay. So the three pieces of the mat board are going to be our cover. And let's make it straight. Okay. The two spines are going to go in between. And right now it doesn't matter if this is on the right or this is on the left. You can switch it around when we do the decorating. Okay. The distance between them is about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little less than 1/4 of an inch. Basically, it should be 3 times the width of the board that you're using. So if your board is 1/16 of an inch wide or thick, it's 1/16 of an inch thick, you need to be 3/16, right? Or you can just take 3 pieces like that. That's your thickness. And you can put it like that here and measure your thickness this way. If you put it like that. So you'll have an idea. Now I'm also using the grid lines here to make sure it's straight. But again, if you don't have that, you can use something straight here just to make sure that everything is aligned and straight. Okay. So we are going to put the bookbinding tape between those two pieces. And we're going to do it on all of them. Okay, so I have the bookbinding tape right here on the outside. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. The previous video was just keep stalling on me, so I am recording another one. This is where I stopped. As you can see, I put double side tape here on all of the outside of my cover. I already removed the backing. And now I'm going to take the long piece of paper here. I'm going to put it down. And I want to put this with the glued side down over this double sheet that I made with the seam here in the middle. Okay. So let's try to make it straight as possible. Put this seam here in the middle and just lay it down. That's it. Okay. Go over it. Make sure it's nice and flat. Okay. And now let's go ahead and fold it so that we can give it the little definition of where it goes. And I usually start in the middle and work my way to the sides. From the middle. And then take your bone tool and go over it even a little more. So as you press it down, after you add the glue, it will know where to go and you're not going to be fighting with it. Okay, I'm going to trim the edges off because it's too much here. I don't need that much. So I'll take my ruler, and you can take a blade or scissors, whatever you're comfortable with, to just trim the excess off. And I'm leaving about 3/4 of an inch here. Okay. You can still keep those two remnants on the side. Maybe you can do tags or something later. Okay. And again, on these areas, let's bend it. And I'm going to go ahead and bend those a little bit. Not too much because I have sticky side here. This is sticky. So you don't want to bend it all the way because then it'll stick. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now take your scissors and trim the edges off in a triangle, but don't go all the way to the corner here. You want it to be a little further down, about 1/4 of an inch, like that. Go ahead and do all 4 corners. And now we're going to start with the long sides first. So let's take out the tape. And if you notice, I did not put tape over the areas where there is a groove there. I left that one open because there's already glue here on the bottom. I'll go from the middle and press it down. Here we go. And you can work these into the grooves now, like that. Okay. See? Okay. I'm gonna do the other side. Start at the center, work your way to the sides. And do the same thing. Okay. And now we're going to do the two corners. So first, let's take the tape out. And I'm going to press these down. Okay. Press these corners down here like that. And then we're going to take this and fold it like that. Both sides. I'm going to add a teeny bit of glue there so that it'll stay attached. Put a little bit too much, so let's just remove some. I don't need that much. There we go. And then I'm going to fold it down. Okay, so what you get is you get the corners covered now. Go ahead and do the same thing here. Press them down. Put a little glue. Fold it. And press it down. Okay. So my back side is covered. Now for the front. In the front, you can either choose to do in the same color blue, or you can choose to do it in the brown. It'll be fun to do it in a different color, right? Let's go ahead and do the brown. So I'm going to take 2 sheets. And while we cut the blue to 8 inches, okay, this one needs to be a lot less because I have 6.5 inches here. And I don't really want it to go all the way to the edge. I want to leave a little bit of a space there. So I'm going to do, instead of 6.5, I'm going to do 6.25. So that will leave me 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to cut it this way to 6.25. And that will leave me these remnants here on the side. And now I'm going to measure how much I'm going to need. And I think I'm going to need to remove about 1/4 of an inch from each one here. Just about. Or 3/8 of an inch. Let's do 1/4 for now. And if I need to remove more, I'll remove more. So yep, I'll remove these two out. Put it here on this side. And then here, like that. And this will overlap each other here in another about 1/4 of an inch there. Okay. Let's put some tape down. All right, so the question is, do I put it here? Do I put it there? I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Just make sure that you put the tape at about 1/4 of an inch away from the edges, okay? You don't want it all the way to the edge. If you're not sure, what you can do is you can put this down and you can make a mark with your pencil where it's going to be. So that it will be easy for you to lay the tape. So we want the tape to be as close as possible to the edge of the sheet that we're gluing it on. Okay, but we don't want it to go over. If so happen and you did go over, don't worry. You can always take a blade and just cut it a little bit, take it off. Or you can take a marker and mark it off. You can use some alcohol to remove the sticky part. So there are other ways that you can remove that stickiness from the tape that will be overexposed. But your best bet is really to just measure it before, make a mark so that you're not going to go over. Okay. Another way for you to do it is just use regular glue, not the tape. And then the regular glue is a little more forgiving. You'll be able to move the paper a little more, and you'll be able to remove the glue with some with a damp cloth because it is water soluble, so the glue will be coming out rather easily this way. Okay. So again, if you notice, I'm not putting any of the tape over where the grooves are. I still have the sticky side here of my bookbinding tape. If you use something that doesn't have a sticky side here, that's fine. You still don't really need it. But, you know, if you want, you can add a little glue. I wouldn't. I don't think it's necessary. go. Okay, so we have all the tape here ready. I'm going to remove one side first. And I like starting with the left side and then doing it on my right because I'm a righty. So I work with my right hand. If you're a lefty, you might want to start with this side. So I'm just removing the tape from half the side, half of my cover, the left half. I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay it nice and straight like that. Okay. And now I'm going to put a thin strap, the 1/4-inch tape here. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can put regular glue. That's fine. Oh. I'm just going to put it over the brown, the edge of the brown here. Okay, and now let's take all the rest out so we can put the second one down. Okay. And I'm going to lay this carefully down. And here we go. So now we have the second half down. Push it down so it stays nice and flat. Okay, and now take the edge of your bone folding tool, go where the groovy areas are, and press it down. And you want to work it back and forth a little bit, like that. Okay, you don't have to press hard too much because you don't want to tear the paper. You just want to break the fibers of the paper just so that it will go inside the groove nicely. And now you can bend it. Okay, and as you bend it and put it back, it'll stay down. Okay, So that's your cover. You have one of the narrower spine, that's the 3/4 spine, and then you have the 1 1/4 spine, that's the wider. And the narrower one will go inside this way. So if you want to open it to the right, it'll open this way. If you want to open it to the left, you turn it around so that the wider side is on the left. Okay, and that's how it will open. Okay, now let's go ahead and build the pages inside. So we have A, B, and C. These are the sections that we have. Or you know what, I'm not going to even call it A, B, C, but for decorating purposes, if you see, if I'll do future projects, this is what we'll call it, A, B, C, and maybe this one will be D. It's the outside. So it has three inner parts. Then we have this one that stays inside that we can also build things on. And then we have the front cover and the back side. The back is where the seam is. So these are the parts. Now let's go ahead and cut the pages. So for the purpose of this particular project, I'm making very simple, easy, fast cuts. Okay, so first is A on your cut list. And I'm taking the brown. And I'm going to cut 6 pieces of 4 7/8 by 6 1/4. So if I want 6 of them, I'm going to take 3 brown ones. Okay. So for 6 1/4, yeah, 6 1/4 by 4 7/8. So if I want to use 2, these for 2, and this is 11, let's do the 4 7/8 on this side and the 6 1/4 inches on this side. So I have 3 together, 1, 2, 3. And I'm putting it here at 6 1/4. And I'm going to take this and put it on the side. Turn it around. Make sure they're straight. And I'm going to cut it at 4 7/8. It's almost 5, right? It's like 5 minus an 8. 4 7/8. And again, 4 7/8. Okay. So these are my A. Okay, B is 4 1/4 by 6 7/8. So I'm going to take a new one. And do 4 1/4 by 6 7/8. I'm going to turn it around this way and do 4 1/4 here. By 6 7/8. Okay. Just so that I won't forget those parts, I'm going to write down that this is B. And these are A. Okay. Next up, I'm going to create some tuck pockets that are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So these are my two remnants. Let me see if I can use these. I have these too. I'm going to actually go maybe to the bigger one. I have a 7.5 by 4.5 pocket. Let's see. I think here I have 4.5. So I'm going to take one of these. This is one I cut for when I did the inside, right? I'm going to do 4.5 here. 4.5 by 7.5. Okay, so this will be I. That's the pocket. I. Okay, next up, how about this one? 5.25 by 4.5. Do we have another 4.5? Yeah, we have this one. It's 4.5. So let's do this one at 5.25 by 4.5. So this was the other part from the inside that I took that had a 4.5-inch width. Okay, so this one is D. So this is D. So we need 3 pockets that are 5.25 by 3. 5.25 by 3 and by 3.25. 5.25 by 3.25. What do we have here? This is not big enough. This will give me 2. 4.25 by 3.25. Okay, let's take this one. This is 4.25 width, what I have left here. So I'm going to cut this at 3.25 once, 3.25 twice. And the 3.25 by 4.25. I only need 2. I only need 2 tuck pockets that are 3.25 by 4.25. So these are C. These are C. A, B, C, D. Okay. We did D. Let's see. E is 5.25 by 3.25. Did we do E? We didn't do E. Let's cut E. Five and a quarter. By 3.25. 1, 2, and then I had this remnant here. Okay, so I have 3 pieces, 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. These are E. Okay, E, E, and E. Okay, so these are for the pockets. Okay, so I need mat F, 4 pieces, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Do this at 5 1/4. This at 3 3/4. We have 1, 2, and I think what I'll do is I'll use some of the blue ones. How about that? Okay. I have some remnants here. Can definitely use that. Okay, 5 1/4. 1, 2, 3 3/4. Okay. So here I have 4 mats. I made it 2 blue and 2 browns. These are F. Okay. Then we have waterfall section G. We need 5 pieces that are 5 3/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so question is, do you want to do it with a blue or do you want to do it with a brown? Do you want to do it with a blue, with a brown, blue, brown, blue, brown? I don't know. Let's do it with the blue. Okay, 4 3/4. I have this remnants. It's just 4. It's not enough. It'll be enough for the 3/4, 3 1/4. Okay, 4 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. Okay, so I have 5 pieces, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And these will be G. Okay. Now we need a belt that is 4 3/8 by 2. I guess we'll use this. See. Let's do it at 4 1/2. I don't know why it's like 4 3/8. We'll do 4 1/2. Let's do it by 2 1/4. 4 1/2 by 2 1/4. Okay. So we have 2. This is H. And we did already the pocket for I in the brown, and then I need a mat that is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, that's the mat. And the last thing that I need is a frame. So I'm going to do the frame in brown. And the frame is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And cut at a 1/2 inch at the center. So over here, you have a little mark of where it's cutting. So you can make sure that if I put it here on the 1/2 inch, and this will go 1/2 inch from here. Is how I do my cut. It doesn't go all the way. Okay. There we go. Okay. And if you need to go over it just a bit with the scissors, you can just finish it up with the scissors. It's fine. Or with your blade. And I have a frame. Okay. Okay. So I ended up using 8 sheets of the brown and 3 sheets of the blue. Let's take my remnants. Put it away. Okay. I'm going to switch now to my scoring blade. See in the back, I can keep all my tools here, all my blades here. And now I have my scoring blade. Okay. And let's see where we're scoring. Okay, so A are my flaps. I'm going to score it a 1/2 inch at the 4 and 7/8 side. I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to score it again at 5/8. So it's a double scoring. As you can see, there are 2 score lines. So when you fold it, it's going to have some heights, some height, some height. And it's going to lay nice and flat, and it's not going to go flapping up like that. It'll lay flat on the page. I'm going to do the same thing on all of them. Okay. Next, B is top flap. I only have 1 top flap, and I'm going to double score it on the 4 1/4 inch side. Okay, so it's scored twice here. Okay, the C top pocket, I'm not scoring. Okay, D is a pocket of 5 1/4 by 4 1/2. So on the 5 1/4 side, I'm going to score it twice. On the right, on the left, and once here, just once. And we're going to cut the edges where the 2 score lines meet, exactly where they meet. So that's D. Okay, 3 E pockets are 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we're going to score it twice on the 5 1/4 side. 1, 2, and once on the longer side. One, three. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cut the edges. Okay, so F are mats. We're not doing anything with Fs. These are just mats. Okay. G are the waterfall. We're going to score it one time on the 5 1/4 inch side. Okay. The H belt, I'm going to score it on the side. I'm going to double score it. Okay. At a 1/2 inch and at 5/8. And I is my long pocket. I'm going to score it once on the 7 1/2 inch side. Sorry, once on the 4 1/2 inch side and twice on the 7 1/2 inch side. So score it once here and once here. Okay. So here I have a score line here, here, and here. Okay, so this is my mat, and that's it. That's all the scoring that I needed to do. Take this out and put my blade back in. I'm going to go ahead and fold and put tape down. Okay. Now it's all, they're all folded. Let's put them here. Let's just see if we can straighten it again. Okay, some light. There we go. Let's take the side flaps. I'm going to take two together. I'm going to attach them to each other. Okay, with this flap side down like that. Okay, I'm going to put this on the side, on the inside, sorry, on the inside part. Like that, okay? I'm going to take two of them and I'm going to just trim just a smidgen off the edge because I want to put it on the inside and I just want it nice and clean there. It's okay. Just take the edge off. Make sure it's straight. Oops. That wasn't planed. Okay. So this is what we want. Okay. We want the flap here, and we want this to be on the inside. Okay. I'm going to do another one exactly the same way. Take all of this out. Put it here. Okay, so I have two that are exactly the same. I'm going to put one on this side and one on this side. And I'm going to put it to the left side of the glue. Okay, not on it, on the left side of it. Over here. Okay. And this one I'm going to put on the left side here. Oh, tear up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just going to make sure it's straight. Okay. So because I have a little height here, remember I double scored it, I have a little more room to play with it and make sure that it's straight. And over here between these two, you want to have a little space so that when it folds over, it falls nice and flat. Okay. Now we want to put some magnets, and I want to put a magnet here. And yeah, that's all. I just want to put a magnet here so that it will stay close. So measure the halfway. You can take a ruler or you can use your grid line. Okay. And about, I would say 3/4 of an inch from the left point, just about here, is where I want to put my magnet. So about a 1/2 inch from here, something like that. Because if you're going to put a paper, pattern paper over it, you want about 1/4 of an inch from the edge so that the pattern paper, you can glue it around the magnet. And then we can just put this here just to secure it. Now we're going to take a second piece with the sticky side up and put it over. Okay, so now we have the sticky side up and the magnet is in the right place. And now we're going to put this down and press on it. So when you lift it, it attached itself right here and you know that it's exactly in the right place. Just like that. And these will open this way. Okay, so that's the left side here. Then we have 2 more side flaps, and we're going to put one here on the right and one here on the left in the middle section. And again, you don't want it over the groove, you want it a little bit to this side of it. There we go, right there. And this one. There we go. We're going to do the same thing with the magnet. We're going to put a magnet here. Well, you can choose if you want it opening to the right or opening to the left. No, it's totally up to you. Maybe we'll do this one to the left because this one opens to the right. How about we'll open this one to the left? Sticky side up. And put it down. Okay. So now we have it. And the third one is going to go here because we're going to put a top flap. Okay, so at this point, you have to decide your arrangement on how you want your album to be. Okay, if you want your album to these close inside and these are the top, you put the magnet here over this. But if you want this to be inside and then this will close that way, then you want your magnet. Actually, you won't need a magnet. But if you do want one, it'll have to be over here on the pocket. Okay. So it's completely up to you how you want to do it. Okay. So yeah, yeah, I think maybe I want this to be on the inside. I think I like it better this way. I think it's cleaner. So let's take the D pocket, and D pocket will go here. on the inside. You put it in the center. And I'm going to put the pocket right here in the center. The magnet, sorry, right here in the center of the pocket. On the bottom right there. And this will go on top. And here's my magnet there. That's my second part. Okay, and the third part over here, I'm going to do the waterfall. But first I have 3 pockets to put there. I'm going to put the 3 pockets here. When we open, I'm going to put one here, one here, one here. One in the center. Okay. And we put one on the outside here and one on the outside here. How's that? One on the outside here. No, I want to put this on the inside here, maybe over here. Because I don't want to, if I put this over here, then I'm going to be hiding the magnet if I put things inside the pocket. So I want the area where the magnet is to be clear. So I'll put this over here. Here we go. So now the 2 magnets are going to be free of any disruptions. And I'll put one here, I think. That'll be a fun place for a pocket. Okay, here we go. One here and one there. Beautiful. Okay. So I have these two parts. That's my belt. That's H. I'm going to be at the center of the right flap, right there. I'm going to put one on the right and one on the left. All right. And then the second one, I'm going to put over it on the left side. So I want to make sure that I have this at the right place. Make sure that it's at the right place and then press it down. Okay. Just going to put it maybe a little bit more to the right because I don't want it over the groove there. There we go. Okay, just to show you closely, you see how I have a little bit of height there because I double scored it. Okay. Okay. And this is going to go right there, one next to each other. So we'll start at the center. I think this is about where it needs to be, right there. And it'll go down. So you can start from the top or you can start at the bottom. How about I'll start this time from the bottom. Just to make sure that I'm putting it in the right place. I'm trying to see that I have ½ inch from each side. And that it's straight. Okay, I think that's good. They go one after the other. Okay, and last one. Beautiful. Okay. Here we go. And the last magnets, then we're going to put is here. We'll put one there. Hit the center. There we go. Okay. Took a minute. Okay. Okay, and the last one is we're going to put a pocket right there. And you can choose if you want to do it to the right or to the left, because we're going to have a ribbon here. So it's really up to you where you want to put it. I'm going to put it to the right. And putting it all the way to the corners, to the edge. Okay. Okay, and we have, as you can see, we have a pocket there. Let's take our ribbon. And the ribbon is going to go around. Okay, like that. So make sure that you have both sides are even on the outside. Okay. Get some glue. And don't worry about it. We're gonna be covering it. Okay. But for now, we're just going to glue the ribbon around. going to let it dry, and then we can start decorating our album. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's it. Our album is finished and ready to be decorated. I just want to mention, okay, the placement of the mats that we've done. Okay, let me put it here so that I don't want to get glue over my mat. Okay. Okay, so we have one large mat that I cut. It's going to go inside this pocket right there. Okay. And you can put a pull out here or something. When we decorate the album, you'll see. But this large mat, okay, this is J, is going into pocket I, okay? And then we have these mats. F can go here into the pocket. E can go into this pocket, or this one, let's say the blue will go inside this pocket. And then I have those two pockets here. Put a mat here and a mat here. Okay, now we have these two. They're tuck pockets, and the tuck pockets will go inside and here. And we can maybe do here, here, maybe here. So this is just an element that we're going to do a couple of images over those tuck pockets, or we can even do them here if we want, and we can actually put the magnet over the tuck pocket if we want. You know, that will also be a kind of a fun thing to do. We can put it here and here. But that's for you to decide where you want to do it. Okay, so this album is finished. When it's time for you to decorate, you can use this for the frame, for the outside. If you want to do, well, whatever I'm doing over here, this is, I'm going to probably put something like that here, maybe like this, and frame it. You know, maybe raise it with some foam. I can do like I did on the other album. I can put a shaker part, so we can do some sparkling here and do a shaker part here. I can take a mold, make it with a molding, or decorate it however you want to decorate it. Flowers, depends on your theme. You know, it's going to be fun. Okay, so this is your folio. This is your basic folio to decorate any way you wish. So the second part of the video, we're going to decorate this folio and have, we're going to use Cosmos for this one. All right, and I'll see you in a little bit.